Will you ask them to vote on this tomorrow?
Of course. I'm hoping they'll all be for it.
Do you think anyone will be for it?
I mean, hopefully they will. I think if they're not for it, they're going to look really bad. Now that we know it's wrong, there's no excuse not to change it except for embarrassment and, you know.
Harris County Judge Lina Hidalgo here at Fox 26 talking with my respected colleague Sally McDonald as part of a support gathering media tour for her procurement reform plan. Hidalgo claimed commissioners over the years have squandered millions of tax dollars by selecting contractors for projects in their own precincts, almost all of whom are also political donors. Panel Tuesday, the support the judge had hoped would materialize simply did not, and her motion died a swift and brutal death for lack of even a second. I'll go to you, Holly. What happened there?
Very interesting. Now, a lot of people are questioning the timing because, of course, Lina Hidalgo's staffers being indicted over that alleged bid rigging scheme, and they think maybe this was designed to distract. However, she has been pushing this idea of centralizing contract and procurement under her dominion ever since she took office. She's got a lot of resistance from her fellow Democrats on Commissioner's Court. The way it works is each commissioner gets to kind of manage services in his or her own precinct. They have a more direct connection with the voters. They don't like that centralization push, and so, you know, not even Rodney Ellis, who's typically in line with Lina Hidalgo, voted with her or seconded this motion. They don't like it, and it's similar to the conflict over the Harris County constables. You know, Lina Hidalgo and Rodney Ellis is with her on this. They want to bring those constables under the authority of the county, under a centralized administration, the county administrator, and it's just not popular with the people, and obviously in this push, not even popular with the fellow Democrats on the court.
I won't survive the segment if I don't allow Tamara Bell to talk.
Exactly. How you gonna talk about accountability in contracting when you are the first judge to have 3 of your workers indicted for bid rigging? Girl, shut up. You sound like a fool. You need to go somewhere and sit down. Nobody gonna let you run nothing. You ain't even running the little you get. You see, the county judge for years was literally a figurehead position because the commissioners were so powerful. They each had their own little areas and they ran them. And the judge, in case of an emergencies and all of that, now you want to tell everybody, let me stir all y'all gumbo. I can stir it out. Girl, you ain't stirring up nothing, okay? Because you better be watching Ken Paxton to see if he don't say, he'll doggo. Okay.
All right, Charles Blaine, that's hard to follow.
Yeah, it is for sure. So Holly makes a really good point that this isn't something new for her. When she first came in, she said she wasn't taking vendor money. Years ago, remember, she printed out all of their contributions and was rattling off at Commissioner's Court, like, you get money from this person, you get money from this person. So this is something she's carried forward for a while, but what she's not doing is working with her colleagues to actually come up with a solution. She's rather just like attacking them and making them seem like they are corrupt, which isn't obviously the best way of getting anything done. And I think Tamara makes a point as well, which is that the county judge has always been a figurehead position. These past few years have been the outlier, and I think now it's starting to get put back in that position, and that's a weird position for her to find herself in, since she's never actually had to be in that figurehead, and she did have power when she came in. But this new Commissioner's Court's obviously a different beast.
All right, good segment, you guys.